Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Dr. Downey and today I just wanted to make a quick video. This is in regards to something I alluded to in the previous video about underground lab gear, or UGL gear as it's commonly known, and more specifically testosterone. Underground labs in South Africa are actually pretty popular, and there are a large variety of different labs, and some have certain notoriety that you will find based on South African anabolic forums and things like that. So I just wanted to touch on this misconception of underground lab gear being underdosed, which is certainly true for more expensive compounds, but for something cheap like testosterone, it's very unlikely to be underdosed and more likely to be overdosed, which is why I wouldn't suggest doing TRT on underground lab, since it is not the gold standard, and rather go with pharma grade gear. Just a lot of this is anecdotal, and I just came across this interesting case with one of my patients who wasn't using pharma grade test because underground lab gear is testosterone is much cheaper and highly dosed per milliliter. So if you're looking at something like Pfizer testosterone cypionate, it's about 100 milligrams per milliliter, and about double the price as an underground lab testosterone vial, which would be 250 milligrams per mil. So this patient was using 100 milligrams of testosterone a week, and I'll show you the blood test results. This was after 3 months, I think, since initiation, or they hadn't been cruising before. This was just TRT. As you can see, the total testosterone, these ranges are using our nanomole per liter, whereas in the US it's like nanograms per deciliter or something different. So it's 44.5, which is elevated, which is 128 1283, sorry, nanograms per deciliter of total testosterone, with the free testosterone being 1142 picomoles per liter, or in this case 300, or for anyone not familiar with these units, 329 picograms per milliliter. So as you can see, that is quite elevated, especially if you are trying to just have therapeutic replacement. It kind of shows that you would preferably need pharma grade gear. One could say 100 grams is too much, 100 milligrams per week is too much. However, looking at the science, that is not true, and I will show the results. He has agreed to use pharma grade gear from now on. Yeah, you definitely shouldn't see results like this when using such a low dose, and this is quite elevated and definitely not therapeutic. As I mentioned, it's common for testosterone to be overdosed in underground labs, just because it would give the individual better results over the other lab, and they're more inclined to buy gear from one lab. And this is based off of me knowing a few individuals who have started underground labs. As I said, they're quite big and popular in South Africa and quite easy to start up. It also highlights this misconception of it being underdosed, which is true in some cases. However, I've never come across a case where labs are underdosed. I've come across many cases where there is incorrect labeling, such as using Winstrol instead of Anavar when Anavar is advertised, and Primo being Masteron or EQ. It's usually Masteron if I've seen. So it just it goes to show that if you are looking to therapeutically replace your levels, I would not go with an underground lab. Rather go with pharma grade testosterone if you're able to access that, preferably through your doctor. And I just wanted to touch on points where YouTubers show their blood tests on, let's say, 100 milligrams of testosterone a week, and you have to take these results with a grain of salt, because they might say, see how well I respond, my free testosterone is so high and I'm only on 100 milligrams. Well, if it's underground lab, that's not a gold standard, and those results are incorrect, because we have studies to show the proper pharma grade therapeutic replacement of 125 is barely enough. But they may say, the YouTubers may say, no, I'm an outlier, or I have genetics of a freak, which is not true. I'd be curious to see how it was on proper pharma grade gear. And it's impossible to know how much they're actually using. You're just going based off of what they say, so again, just to further emphasize it, rather use pharma grade when going with TRT, and don't trust YouTubers claiming to get these amazing results off of 100 milligrams of testosterone when it's most likely overdosed or something like that. Thank you for watching, and I've provided the link for my Instagram if you'd like to follow there. If you'd like to leave a comment or a like, that would be appreciated, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.